Hello, Jacob. And today, I have an unboxing for you. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So yeah, this particular bad boy comes to us from the wonderful world of eBay. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Yet another eBay pickup. Which is crazy because I'd say over the last 4 or 5 months, I've bought most of my stuff from eBay after not really buying off of eBay for probably, prior 6 months. But that's just kind of how it goes in the world of collecting, Sometimes you hit dry spots and sometimes you hit Niagara Falls. So it just kind of depends basically on what time of year it is and stuff like that. But since the NHL season is officially over with, jerseys have been popping up for very, very cheap. Like case in point, this bad boy right here cost me about $60. And then after all said and done, $69, nice by the way, $69. So let's go ahead and get into it. So yeah, this particular jersey, as I said before, is an NHL jersey. And it is what I like to consider an upgrade jersey. This particular team is from the Central Division, and well, let's just say you could consider them a fairly alright rival with the Wild. I mean, I know this particular team has had our number over the last several years or so, up until this year when they've kind of hit a little bit of a lull. And also, every time I unbox one of these jerseys or make a video, I have to shout out this particular Discord server known as Leah's Poke Center. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I got myself another St. Louis Blues jersey. Finally. I actually got one of these things that, fits. Because the Tarasenko that I got here about, what was it, about 7 months ago now? 6 months ago now? Was a little smaller, but I can still fit into it. And like I say, I really do love that style. But this particular St. Louis Blues jersey is a size 60, and it is also a prime green. So yeah, this particular bad boy is just your normal made in Indonesia prime green jersey. And yeah, like I say, got this for about $68, $69 after all was said and done. And, yeah. So let's go ahead and kind of go over some of the details. So as you can see, I found out in the last video that this is indeed the St. Louis flag. Again, this is made in Indonesia, size 60 with the NHL shield. The blue note, which, comparatively speaking to the Tarasenko alternate blue jersey, you can kind of tell what is different on this particular prime green because the yellow is embeveled, raised up stitching. Basically a 3D effect for those of you who may or may not know how, the prime green logos work. A lot of times, like most teams that I notice will do something a little bit different, like case in point, the embeveled raised yellow, when before I'm pretty sure that was just normally part of the crest and all that stuff. And of course, the music note, which honestly is synonymous with the St. Louis Blues. I mean, if you know anything about music, the blues, As a music nerd, this one kind of speaks to me a little bit, even if they have kicked our ass, for the better part of the last 4 or 5 years. Oh boy. Anyway, well, that's neither here nor there. And here's the striping at the bottom, which is very nicely done. It is a blank with the Adidas logo on the back. And of course, with this being an Adidas, the normal fight strap and stuff like that as well. So yeah, I mean, this is a nice little jersey. Again, you can never go wrong with St. Louis Blues jerseys, unless you're like a Blackhawks fan or an Avalanche fan or something. Or I guess even a Wild fan to a certain extent, but I mean, it is what it is. St. Louis has kind of gone through, not really a rebuild per se, but they are kind of going through a little bit of dark times over the last year or so. And, well, like I say, I don't have to go back to the 2020 playoffs. No, 2022 playoffs, technically. 2021-2022 season, but the 2022 playoffs. And, yeah, I mean, all in all, though, I've always liked the Blues jerseys, even just their normal home jersey. There's just something clean and classic about it, so. But yeah, that'll basically conclude this video. And also, as far as I know, the other item still has not shipped yet. But, yeah, I mean, like I say, that could still take a little while yet, but hopefully it ships out soon. If nothing else, I'll definitely have to get in contact with the website I bought this from. And, yeah. So, until we meet again, this is Jacob. Stay tuned, though, because the NFL, or I should say the NHL draft will be next week. Free agency, not too long after that. Some trades will probably be going down. So, as usual, anything massive with the Minnesota Wild, and I get a second, I'll be sure to let you guys know. So, but that'll conclude this video for today. So, until we meet again, this is Jacob signing out.